Hey everybody, Johnny B. Good here. Hello and good evening greetings from Moorefield, West Virginia. Today is Friday, October 11, 2019. Local time is 8:07. Temperature here is 56 degrees. We just got loaded. Holy smokers, it took them, I think I arrived there from the time of arrival until got loaded, I would say about 5 hours. Yeah, 5 hours. I made a mistake of telling them to hurry up because I wanted to go home. And that's just the way it works, right? Traffic on my right gave me a flash. Sadly, there was a traffic on the left. Alright, let's see what's going on today. My goal for tonight is to make it to at least Wheeling, West Virginia. That way, if I get to Wheeling, West Virginia, or Triadelphia actually, if I could make it there, then I could make it all the way home by tomorrow night. If I don't make it to Triadelphia, West Virginia, then I'm gonna be short for making it home, and that would just be a very sad story. Can you imagine you're short 30 miles from the house and you have to take a 10-hour break? That would just be so aggravating. Let's see what's going on. There's a 7-minute video or 8-minute video that I've been trying to upload for the last 4 hours. Verizon is really bad here in Moorefield. They are horrible here. But Sprint is very good here. This is Sprint country here in Moorefield. But I don't have the Sprint phone anymore. I've dropped Sprint already. Believe it or not, Sprint is not that bad all the time. There are places where they are better than Verizon, but overall, I think Verizon is much better nationwide, especially out west in the deserts. I think that's where Verizon is really reliable and strong. Just a friendly reminder, when you're trying to watch the multiple camera view, again, please imagine yourself driving a truck, not looking at the truck. Imagine you're a truck driver and you're looking at the side cameras are as rear view mirrors. Once you have that in your mindset, then everything will just click, and a lot of people say, oh yeah, Okay, now that makes sense. And yes, they are mirrored, meaning they are flipped around. It's amazing that some people, it's kind of like reading a word with a couple of letters missing, or even a letter missing. The word will not make sense until you put the letter in there. And that's the key, missing key to watching those type of videos that I put out. Again, just imagine them as you are a truck driver looking back. That's the way I see things as of right now. When I make a left, then I see the trailer as you see it on the video. If I make a right, then the same effect. I know some are quite confused about that. Alright, let's see how far is Triadelphia from here. Triadelphia is 218. No, 289. I'm gonna need about 5 hours and 20 minutes. I've got 6 hours and 8 minutes remaining to drive. So without any adverse traffic issues, we should be able to make it there. We should be able to make it to the TA truck stop in Triadelphia, West Virginia. What I would really like to do is make it all the way to Zanesville, Ohio. That would really be nice. But no, I don't have the hours for that. Although there is that truck stop over there in Ohio, just west of what's the name of that town there in Ohio before Wheeling, West Virginia? That big old town up there in the top of the hill. About 10 or 20 miles west of there is a truck stop. That's high beam, that's low beam. One of the things that I really like about this truck is the headlights are so nice and bright for video sake. Let's see. Right now we are at the 10th gear, doing 46 miles per hour at 12,500 RPM. 1200. Should I manually downshift? Yeah, let's do it. Nah, let's leave it. You know, a lot of people ask me, are the auto shift as good as a manual climbing the hills? I've talked about that a long time ago when I was running California. When I had a dedicated load going to City of Industry, I was driving a Kenworth T680 auto shift, and me and Marvin, there was another WEL driver that had that dedicated run, and one time we took a backhaul from California to Wisconsin. He had exactly the same amount of weight, amount of load that I did. So him and I were exactly the same truck, the same freight. The only difference is he had the same engine. The only difference is he had a manual, I had an auto shift, and we would go up a hill with exact same. It almost shifted just exactly the same time. Went up the hill same speed. There was no advantage or disadvantage to either one. So yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of people don't like auto shift because when they came out, they were not really all that good. But I think they have come a long way to ironing out all the bugs. In fact, I drove a truck that was, I called it the White Beast. It was an auto shift, but it still had a clutch in it. And you had to put the clutch to put it on first gear, and you would have to depress the clutch to come to a stop sign. You had to depress the clutch to go reverse, and you had to depress the clutch when you come to a complete stop reversing. Otherwise, it'll just go, you know. Oh, that was a pain in the butt because that truck you would go to sleep at night. When you wake up, it won't put in gear. It will not engage. So I would have to call a tow truck or kind of a service guy, and all they did was pound on the transmissions and whatever, wedge that thing, try to turn it manually. Although I do have to admit, the advantage of that auto shift with a clutch on it was reversing. When you reversed it, you could actually play with the clutch and finesse your backing, and that way you don't slam into a dock door. Unlike these automatics, especially that one, if you're not careful, you almost always slam trailer into the dock when they're trying to back it up. But I've learned over time how to do it. The trick was to kind of pump the accelerator pedal. Never put your pedal in it like this. Always pump it. That way it will not run away from you. It was a Freightliner Columbia. They eventually, WEL eventually got rid of it. Then after that, then I had the T680. A lot of people ask me, which one would I pick if I were to pick one? The T680 or the Volvo? This one. I don't know, man. It seems to me that the truck you currently have is always the best one. But as far as quietness and smoothness, oh, I think Grace is much better, much better than T680. Although the T680 didn't have a whole lot of plastic parts in it, not as much as these Volvos. Yeah, it's ridiculous the amount of plastic they have on these trucks. But that's just the way it is. The Jake brake on this truck is pretty darn good too. I don't know if you could hear it, but the Jake brake is actually engaged at high. Let's see. There. It's off. It's on. It's off. Cruise control is back on. Power-wise, I think the T680 was a little bit better power. This one seems to drop on its face, as Long Haul Area would say it. Yeah, right now we're doing 56 miles per hour at 11.5 RPM. 54. Now we're down to 10th gear. That was 11th gear, by the way. Right now we are at 1400 RPM, 51 miles per hour at 10 speed. 10th gear. We should be coming up to Baker's, West Virginia. All right, we'll see you guys a little bit later. There's a route somewhere past Wardensville that I want to show you guys. It's quite interesting at night. So God willing, we'll see each other later. Thanks for watching. Be right back. Peace.